Whew. What's going on, guys? This is the Cloud9 podcast, season 3, episode 12. Holy shit. MSI 2022 is on, and it's been pretty much what we expected. I mean, there's okay, I'll say this. Sean was like, red candidates are probably going to be the best Brazilian team we've seen at MSI in years. I mean,
no. What are you talking about? I said they had a chance.
They did for that one game. For that one game, they
had
did.
A chance.
They had the perfect game against PSG Talent that one day, and I was like, "Holy shit!" They actually looked pretty solid. Mm-hmm. And then they had a good game against Turkey up until the point where they threw, and I was like, "Wait a minute." Because I know the biggest rivalry between like the minor regions is Turkey versus Brazil, but Turkey's never lost to them in any of their games. That's actually kind of funny. That Turkey's actually never lost to Brazil, yet it's some sort of like a big rivalry between these two. Like, it's not a rivalry. Like, a rivalry is like
they never lost to them.
I think by what the stats
no. Well, they lost to them at MSI last year. Remember?
It was a one time, right? Just the rivalry is more in favor of Turkey, right? I think. Because, like, is that really a rivalry if it's like super one sided the way it is? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I told people is like that's not a rivalry.
Not
that's
really, but you could say I don't know. There was a rivalry with the
back
LMS for a while with LPL.
Yeah. There was a rivalry apparently back in the day with the international wild.
I mean, the Turkish team lost to the Brazilian team at last MSI, I believe. So yeah, but no, I didn't say they would be the best. I said that I said that Brazil, they're not obviously not that good, but they're not as bad at all as people saying. They're honestly, like, this sounds bad saying it, that they're like a weaker version of NA with their play style, but that's more actually a positive thing because since NA is still a major region, it's just they've been sending teams that, again, they never had like a full power team. It's always like two great players and one meh player and then two bad players or like washed up players every time. But yeah, this roster though, I didn't get to watch the CB LOL finals, and I wasn't really tracking red candidates that much out of all the teams because I watch other teams in Brazil, so I didn't get to watch them too much. But I heard things and I looked at them and some of their games, and I'm like, okay, this seems like a more like well-rounded squad they're sending, so maybe they have a chance. That's what I meant. All right.
So
how did they do?
They did. I mean, this thing, they had the best game day one, and then day two, this is my problem with the wildcard teams. It's like when they play bad, you kind of know why they're called minor regions, though. Like when they play really bad, they play like really, really bad. Like, and a lot of the players really aren't actually like even great sometimes. They just have like some good players on their roster sometimes, you know? It's always big fish in a small pond. That's all it is. For minor regions, it's always big fish, small pond. It's always the same thing. Now, I do believe they've been getting better throughout all these many years. I do really believe that. But when you're seeing like Detonation Focus Me at every single fucking like international event for Japan, I think the last time they didn't have Detonation Focus Me represent Japan at a international event was
like
2020.
It was
actually.
The year Cloud9 didn't go. It was V5, I believe.
VJ. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was V5, I know.
Was it V5?
And there were one Detonation Focus Me in the finals in Japan that year when V5 went. They were one game away in the finals from going again. So it's like in Japan, it's literally just like Detonation Focus Me. That's it. Like there's Sengoku Gaming, almost they took them to 5 games. A lot of the finals this year, honestly, in like the minor regions and stuff, went to 5 games, like majority of them. But yeah, they took them to 5 games. So Sengoku Gaming, which looked good. They had the mid laner Jet, who was really good. And I'm Detonation Focus Me bandwagoner, but I also have been like I've been like kind of watching Sengoku Gaming a lot because they hired like this coaching staff back in 2018 who's really known for things, so I've kind of been watching them over time. So I would have been happy if either of them send him. But yeah, I mean, it's mainly just Destination Focus Me in Japan, and they have these old guards
That's
still.
crazy,
Like
dude.
again, Eevee's like
Mhm.
fucking like 20. Eevee's like 28 or 29. Their top laner. He's just been there like forever.
It-
Again, Japan is going to improve to their full potential when the old guards get defeated.
So it's crazy watching like Detonation Focus Me just constantly come to like every international event and represent Japan. Like last year was their first time
Mhm.
breaking through to like the actual group stage, and they went 0-6. What a bittersweet ending right there. It's like actually getting to the group stage because they upset Cloud9. It's like Cloud9 and Detonation Focus Me had this like weird rivalry going back and forth, and like they finally get into the group
That's
stage.
hilarious.
It's like they finally get into the group stage only to just be they get into the group stage and they go 0-6. And then like I told my friend, like, isn't it weird looking back in retrospect? Was Detonation Focus Me's group the hardest group? Because you had EDG, the world championship winner, in there. Then you also had T1, who most likely were about to make the finals if it wasn't for Canyon's talent gameplay, right? Then you also have 100 Thieves and Ace first seed. They were pretty much on fire, you know? So, like, I really think that Detonation Focus Me's group was, like, the group of death, actually, because, like, honestly, looking back at Cloud9's group, yeah, it was hard.
Death group.
Yeah, like Cloud9's group was hard, but it's like, because dude, a lot of people do this though with like revisionist history. It's like, yes, on paper that group looks hard on paper, but for the actual gameplay that some of these teams put out, those aren't group of deaths. I'm sorry, like the way FPX were playing, there's no way that was a group of death. No way. Like there was these people arguing with me, and like you know how Dexerto, they do their own League of Legends show with Monty, I Will Dominate, and Degon. This guys, they're like going, oh, Cloud9's group was a group of death. It was like, yeah, on paper it was, but when you actually saw how badly Rogue would play, how bad FPX were playing, is that really a group of death though? It's like, that's not even like dangerous. Like Cloud9, you had a thought could get out based on how bad FPX were playing. Like there wasn't actually a chance it could happen there. So I personally thought that the group that Detonation Focus Me was in was actually the group of death. So, guys, we're going to be going over some of the news for League of Legends, and then we're going to be getting into, you know, some spicy MSI 2022
people
gameplay.
Who say that the group Cloud9 was in last year was the group of death. They need to take their meds.
Like, do people actually watch games? I swear, people don't even actually watch games. Because
no, they don't. Clearly not, because they were having like FPX's world favorites, even though they were really not playing that good. It was mainly just DoMB.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like I told my friend, like doing like the thing here is FPX were literally praised to like win worlds last year, and it was like, but they didn't even win titles in their own domestic region, though. You know, like when SKT were as dominant as they were, they would win the region, they would win the international event. So when they went to the next international event, you thought to yourself, like, okay, they're most likely going to win this international event. With FPX last year, it was like, because me and my friend were talking, I was like, they weren't really playing that good. I mean, they played good enough against the other caliber teams they faced, you know? Like, that's fine, because the LPL is a hard region, you know, to actually, like, win in, which is completely fine. But when you saw FPX not win a single title in their own domestic region and people were predicting them to win worlds, I was like, no, Danwon's definitely going to be winning worlds. And, well, they got second place. So I was almost right about that. But I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, they didn't even win. Like, looking into it, it's like, well, the prediction is just like off. Like, yes, in a world, I could see them winning worlds if they actually played to their potential. And they really didn't, though. Every single time they got to the finals, they just kind of just choked. You know what I mean? And they did well against EDG, and then they obviously choked that 10K gold lead away from that last EDG game. So it was something that you go and you think to yourself, you know, I don't know. People just make up like shitty predictions and think they're always right for some reason. That's just me personally, you know. So I wanted to show you guys something. And I think Sean actually would like this one. Sean would actually like this because Sean is a winsome cocksucker, even though he was all right, honestly, for Cloud9. He was all right, actually. Give me a second.
What? Fuck you.
All right. Here's some news for you guys.
What are you talking about?
Sources, former C9 support Winsome reached an agreement with Unicorns of Love in order to play with them in the Prime League next split. Unicorns of Love Sexy Edition lost to Carmine Corp with a score of 1-3 last EU Masters quarterfinals. Can they do better this summer? Like I told you before, I didn't hate Winsome.
Hey, I mean, getting picked up by an org like that in the EU league is not a small feat, honestly.
That's not bad.
I don't know why didn't just keep Winsome. It's stupid. He's literally
what
did he want out? Because if he did, then that makes sense. But
this is my thing. Is the issue here is because the mid, jungle, and support role pretty much all have to be like as one unit, and if they can't really talk to him, it's not really his fault if he's gonna make a bad play. That's why I didn't really blame him as much for how badly Cloud9 actually played. Like at the end of the spring split, because it's hard on someone who can't communicate properly with mid and jungle, in which those positions are just really, really valuable on the map, and you have to be in direct communication with them, on the spot communication, to make sure you're making the right calls. Because like he would go for certain plays, and it didn't look like they were ever on board with what he was doing. That's only probably because he can't really speak to them. So that's gonna be an issue. If he can't really speak to them, then he can't communicate with the most effective pieces around the map, which is going to be hard for his position since he's automatically playing support. Like I think getting rid of Summit made sense because Summit was not going to be a team player the way they wanted. Like Summit, yes, has a high ceiling, but the issue here with Summit is if he's not going to be a team player and play what the team needs and can only pigeonhole you into one style, then that's not going to be good long term. A player like Fudge
and that's why I understand the Summit release, and I understand the understand the Isles release because they spent too much time with him. Now he needs to find other teams. But I would have kept Winsome in Academy and competing for a spot still over Destiny. He can keep learning English. He's far superior than fucking Destiny in Academy. Why can't they just have both him and Sven? I don't get it. But whatever. I mean, I'm glad he got picked up by an EU premier team like this. That's great. And I love Unicorns of Love. So, yeah, I'm happy to watch him play on that team now.
This is my thing. Is like people said that, Sven's going to be a good support. By what definition, by what possible knowledge do you know of that? Because this one guy told me in my comment section, he was like, well, who he did it, so Sven can do it. That's not how that works, guys. That's literally not how that works. Yes, anyone.
Yeah, I'll also be right back. Just gonna refresh quickly.
Yeah, no problem. Like, guys, anyone could literally swap and play a different role. That's literally par for the course. But that doesn't automatically mean that they'll be as good as another person that did a role swap and be as successful as them. That's literally not how that works. But right here, we have sources, Unicorns of Love Sexy Edition to sign Winsome. I keep saying addiction for some reason. Holy shit, I can't fucking read. Holy shit. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to make this bigger, just like my wife wants, honestly. Give me a second. All right. Winsome is set to sign with Unicorns of Love Sexy Edition. Sources told Upcomer on Wednesday. Unicorns of Love have already reached an agreement with the player. Winsome began his career in South Korea, where he played in the League of Legends Champions Korea Academy Series in 2022. North American team Cloud9 picked him up. With Cloud9, Winsome reached second place during the League Championship Series Spring Split. However, Cloud9 finished fourth place in the playoffs, losing to Evil Geniuses with a score of 0-3. This promoted C9 to shake up their roster, releasing top laner Summit and Isles and alongside Winsome. Worth noting that Isles did start instead of Winsome for C9's last two playoff series. Unicorns of Love, an organization that usually fields two League of Legends teams, normally competes in the League of Legends Continental League. However, the ongoing invasion of Ukraine led to the competition being canceled for the split. Winsome will join Unicorns of Love's Sexy Edition team, which competes in the Prime League, the German European Regional League. The spring split, Unicorns of Love Sexy Edition managed to qualify 2 European Masters as third seed from their region. Despite that, they ended up being the only team from the Prime League making it past the main event group stage. In quarterfinals, they ended up losing against the tournament's winners, Carmine Corp, with a score of 3-1. Winsome will be replacing support Dreamer, who played for the organization for more than 3 years. Okay, so finally, Winsome won't be the only player with South Korean's origins on the team, as mid laner Ruby will remain on the roster. Okay, so that's good. I mean, it's good he gets a team because he was kind of released later on in his contract by Cloud9, along with Isles, Summit, and as well. So it's good that he'll get a team. I think he's not a bad support. I think the circumstances he was in made him look worse than he actually was. I think he wasn't the best support, but he was definitely getting up there to show you his real potential. And I think he just kind of got the raw end of the stick.
He was top 4 in the regular season. Come on.
No, stop it, you fucking cocksucker. Jesus Christ.
What? Tell me a better support than him out
You
of
just want to
that
get
besides
support to Black Man.
Afromu, Core JJ, and
I
fucking.
think Alea played better.
And who was the other guy? Yeah, Vulcan.
Core JJ and Alea played better than this guy, at least in the regular
No.
season. You just don't like the white man. That's all it is. Okay. And the other piece of news,
Well, Alea I can't rank because he didn't play enough.
You know who's better than Winsome? Shenny.
Fuck. You're better than like Jenkins and Fake God.
All right, here is the other piece of news. Sources: Team Vitality signed Haro and Bo. So Bo was the sub jungler on FPX, and he basically got in trouble for match fixing. So everyone was like, "Where's Bo gonna go?" Like everyone literally wants to have a team. Like guys, if you go back and watch his gameplay on FPX, he played really, really good. This guy was a fucking monster. Like a lot of people are like,
I
"Damn,
am surprised it
Bo."
took this long for a team to sign him.
Yeah, everyone was thinking like, wait a minute, why is no one picking this guy up? It's because even when he was on FPX, most people even said it's like, well, why doesn't he just play over TN? I was like, yeah, he should just play over TN. And then, Bo got in trouble. So self-made.
Yeah, it's because in China, gambling looked really poorly. So he was basically like banned from LPL subtly. Nobody would sign him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he was basically forced to go to either LCK or LEC. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why he's like going to be a substitute over fucking Haru and what fucking development he needs. He was literally like the best jungler in the LPL when he played a year ago, but I guess mainly for like his communication in English.
Well, my thing with this is you kind of know how this is going to go. If Haru starts performing badly, they're just going to promote Bo immediately. Like, let's say if they start like how many games is the first round robin in the split? 9 games, right? So let's say they start like 1-5 with Haru. I'm not saying they are. Let's say they just randomly start 1-5. They're going to promote Bo immediately. Because if you guys start reading this article with me, I'll read it now with you. Team Vitality are signing 2 junglers for their League of Legends European Championship team. Sources told Upcomer jungler Haru, who already signed with the team, will be the starter for the LEC Summer Split. During that time, Bo will develop as a substitute while acquiring his visa and learning English. The plan is for Bo to start in 2023, if not earlier. So he can't play right now because of his visa. That makes perfect sense right now. And he's going to be learning his English. Okay, because as you guys know, Team Vitality has perks. And a lot of Perks' early success before he had success with Yankos, obviously on G2, was he had success with Trick, another Korean jungler who was on CJ Entis at one point, and then he came over to the European LCS to play on G2. He was really successful on G2 with perks, and you have to kind of factor in a lot of the reasons why they're bringing in Korean junglers is most likely because of perks. Now, we literally just saw Rogue bring in a Korean jungler that honestly looked pretty shitty in the LCK, but he looked great in the LEC. I never thought Malrong was good in the LCK. I mean, I know he was on like teams like Janair and fucking KT Rolster, but his actual individual gameplay never like, astonished me. Like it never wowed me or anything, But seeing the way Malrong bounced back, this year on Rogue, I was like, damn, like people were just like clowning on Malrong, saying Yanko's beat the shit out of him. It's like, I mean, Malrong looked better than Yanko's mostly throughout the split. Like he looked really good. Like Malrong's great. So they're probably thinking to themselves, they could probably get another situation like that going, like how Rogue brought in Malrong. They were able to incorporate Malrong into their system. Vitality's thinking, okay, let's bring in these guys to hopefully incorporate them into our system and try and fix our late game and mid game decision making, because what really hurt Team Vitality was their mid game and their late game decision making. They were really fucking bad. They were absolutely horrible. Drafting could be something that is fixed, but to be fair, most people are gonna criticize drafting anyway. It's something that you're just gonna have to just go through as a League of Legends roster and organization, as everyone is gonna criticize draft, even if the draft is good. Like a lot of the drafts that I see, like in a lot of the games, people always criticize the draft. It's not always about the draft, guys. It's always about how can the players execute the draft. Now, if you're playing a draft with like no engage, no damage, well, yeah, you can't really win. But, a lot of the times it's about how a team is not fully executing on certain windows in the draft rather than the draft itself. That's just me personally. So I think it makes sense to bring in another jungler. Honestly, now having two is going to be a difficult thing because Haru knows going in that the plan, I hope Haru knows going in, the plan is to obviously have Bo be the starter for 2023. I hope they don't go through some like random 6-man roster.
If he doesn't know that, then holy fuck, he's going to be in.
Yeah, Rude Awakening, he better actually start reading some English because, because right here, as I say, right here, the plan is for Bo to start in 2023. Imagine if he doesn't know this.
God.
Dude, just imagine if he doesn't know this. That would be so fucked up. Hey, Haru, can you help us out for like 3 months and then next year gone?
Hilarious.
Oh,
him and like Selfmade can just like play some chess in the retirement home, bitching on their TV about Vitality doing this to them.
Oh my god, dude! Just imagine if Haru plays out of his mind, only to find out in the offseason if Vitality, don't make worlds. Hey, I know you just played out of your mind this split, but yeah, you're not starting next split, though. He's gonna huh? God, just the amount of awkwardness that would be. But as you guys know, like, with Team Vitality for the LEC 2022, spring split, they played really bad. And it wasn't all Selfmade, but you could tell Selfmade is a very huge personality, and Perks is a huge personality. So is Alfari, and Lebrov is decently submissive, and Karzi definitely has a personality of his own. I think it might have been personality clashes on how to play the game. Selfmade wants to be a hardcore carry jungler, and I don't think that style specifically for a jungler works anymore. It just depends on how you actually play that style. There's a way to make that style work. I don't know if that specifically works for this style of team, though. And I think potentially adding in Haru will allow the team to be a lot more flexible and not be so pigeonholed into playing through Selfmade, because Selfmade wants a team to play through him, whereas he doesn't really like having to play through other people for his teammates. So it's going to be really weird to see Selfmade going to another team, because Selfmade has been on SK Gaming, he's been on Fnatic, and he's been on Vitality. With Fnatic, he was with Upset, Hylissang, Dweepo. I mean, he was on the roster when they had Reckless and Nemesis. Like, he's been around big name players, Like in 2019, when he was on Fnatic, he made it to the finals both times, and they lost to G2 both times, Then in 2020, they lost to Schalke in the playoffs for the LEC 2021 spring split, and then they were knocked out by Schalke. He later on went to Team Vitality, lost to Fnatic again. Like, this guy's had a revolving door of losing throughout ever since the inception of the LEC, because he came in the LEC on SK Gaming when he was playing with Pyrian and Crown Shot, so like, if he can't function around Perks, around Alphari, players that are actually good, like, he would have to be, like, a lot of people would dream about having Alphari as their top laner, like, he's just going to be a good top laner. Now, I think
listen, Selfmade has obvious issues, and with communication, definitely, and some backstage issues. All right, Desiree and I put him like fucking 8th out of LEC junglers this year. He was not good. And there's obviously backstage issues, and has with him his whole fucking career. So I don't blame anyone for not wanting to pick him up, I guess, over other players, even though he could be better than what was that jungler again in fucking God, I can't remember for some reason. Fuck.
Sean's brain fries itself.
Yeah, hold on. What were the only sorry. What are all the LEC teams again? Just oh yeah, right. Yeah, SK. Definitely can replace Gilius, and then
Selfmade will return back to SK.
And then who was the other jungler again? It was Misfits, Schlaton. I really think he could replace him and do better job, but
I mean, my thing with Selfmade is, he's a good player. The issue here is, like, why can't he work with anyone? Like, Yamato also said the same thing. It's like, he just had a different way of how he views the game. Like,
because
sometimes
he's a racist.
Oh my goodness! Oh Lord. Okay.
Hey. Do you think he wants to go to this team now? Do you think he wants to go there now? Yeah, get fucked, bitch. Karma.
Holy shit. This information follows Vitality's benching of Selfmade, who's still under contract with the organization. The decision to bench Selfmade was a request by the whole Vitality player roster and coaching staff made to the management. The reason for that request is not due to any difference outside of the game. That's probably some fucking bullshit, but due to different visions in how to play the mid to late game on the Rift.
Yeah, I'm sure there were some like issues outside of the game. I'm sure it was like mainly different visions on how to play the game, but there definitely was some issues.
Yeah, see, okay, this part, I believe. This bottom part is definitely true. You can tell in their gameplay.
There has to be some issues outside of the game. Come on.
Like, this is the thing. Like, I believe them right here when they say they had differences on how to play League. That's fine. Most players will have that. That is 100% fact. But this part, I go, no problems outside of the game? Oh, that's bullshit. That's straight up. That's cap. Come on, guys. I get they're trying to protect this image, but people know Selfmade. There was most likely issues with this guy outside of the game. Did he not respect the coaches? Did he not respect his teammates' calls? Could have been anything, honestly. Selfmade's contract was initially extended to 2024 in order to align with the other players on the roster. That was an attempt to put Selfmade in the best conditions possible in order to succeed with the team. Okay, so even Warren last week asked, why do teams do this? Okay, I don't want to go explaining because I've explained in the past episodes already. So basically, if an org already has a good player, they think to themselves, before the offseason, let's go and offer this player a chance to extend their contract. They'll offer whatever money they can before the player can potentially go and ship himself onto the free market. So look at it like this. So let's say, for me personally, let's say I'm Cloud9 and I'm Jack and I have Canyon on my roster. Canyon, the jungler from the LCK, really, really good jungler. Obviously, probably one of the best junglers in the world. Okay, so let's just say, for instance, I'm Jack and I have Canyon. And let's say there's an upcoming off season is coming up, and let's say his contract is about to end. So I go up to Canyon and I'm like, hey man, do you want to re-sign with our organization 2 more years? Here's my offer. Now, this is before you can basically shop yourself out on the free market to see if another team will offer more money for you to go to a different organization with maybe better teammates. You already secure that player right then and there. So that way, when you come up to an off season, you don't have, that's one player for one position you already have locked in, and filling out the other positions is going to be a lot more easier. That's why certain teams sign certain players during the middle of the season. It happened with G2, remember? In 2020. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it happened with G2 in 2020. They early signed Perks and a few other players. Yeah, they early signed Perks and a few other of the G2 roster, only to get rid of Perks because they wanted to make sure they locked down Perks. So just in case there is another team willing to pick that player up, they could just extend more money for that player, you know? Or they could keep the player. It's all based on what the org needs. Alongside Haru, Vitality considered Skeens from their own Vitality B team. This followed a good performance yeah, Skeens is garbage. I'm sorry, guys. Skeens had his chances. He's trash. They realized that too. They're like, that's the thing. They knew he was so bad when he was playing in LEC. They went and got two other people, not Skeens.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That tells you how much they really value this guy.
I'm sorry. You a lot.
Oh, shit. Oh, goodness. That's why I tell people, don't ever believe those early player extended contracts. Don't ever believe them. Because let's say that player and the org start having issues, or that player starts having issues with other players. Best believe, guys, orgs will drop you very quickly. That's how it works. At the tournament, Vitality B and Skeens reached semifinals before losing to Carmine Corp with a score of 3-2. Carmine Corp later won the tournament. Overall, the LFL team remains a good project where Skeens will remain, as he found his feet there as a player. He'll never be on an LEC roster. He was horrible in the LEC. He was absolute dog shit. I'm sorry. Like, the fact that Vitality went out and got Haru and Bo, because they know subconsciously Skeens will never be on their main roster. If anyone thinks otherwise, you are a crackhead. Sorry. All right. This led to Vitality deciding to acquire Haru from X7 Esports. X7 qualified for EU Masters by winning the Northern League of Legends Championship Final against Bifrost with a score of 3-0. At the tournament, X7 reached quarterfinals where they lost against LDLC. Despite that, Haru really made a splash into ERLs this year. Haru is known for his time with Samsung Galaxy, where he won the League of Legends World Championship in 2017, while being a substitute for jungler Ambition at the time. He did see some playtime. He was often seen as the more mechanical type of jungler on Samsung Galaxy. For Bo, despite being highly rated by players like Doinby, he has had a hard time finding a home in China due to a match-fixing issue that got him banned for 4 months in 2021. Since then, Bo was a substitute for FunPlus Phoenix, but will now be sold to Vitality. While Haru will be the starter, Bo will be in development this year for the future of the LEC team, as he is rated as a player with very high potential by the organization. So with that right there, that also shows me that they're probably most likely gonna be able to keep on to Perks. I don't think Perks is gonna be able to go to another organization by the end of this year, because they most likely signed Perks for 2 years and they dumped a lot of money into him and this project with him and Alfari. So if Perks and Alfari don't win anything this year, then they're definitely looking to win something with Bo next year. Now, could Vitality do better with Haru coming into the LEC 2022 summer split? It's possible, but I don't know if Haru's going to fix all their mid to late game issues. Like, how do you fix their bot lane? Their bot lane was like the worst bot lane in the league. I'm sorry.
I can't watch later in the off season. They'll get rid of like Lebrov, and then like both him and Selfmade will like find a team together and be like, yeah, fuck Vitality, you and me together. And Selfmade would be like, wait, I thought all of you guys voted me out though. Like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh, no.
Like, I get it. They want to make a change. Like, you have to make a change for how badly they played. I understand it. And I think Perks looked good. I genuinely think Perks was a top 4 mid in the LEC. I know people said he wasn't that good and he kind of shit the bed. I don't know what games you were watching, but you can stay on your crack, okay? I think Perks played well for the LEC this past split. He was definitely a top 4 mid. Alfari did not play too well. I personally think Alfari maybe just lost faith in the team, because if Alfari loses faith in a team, he'll just start playing bad. And he definitely started playing badly to the point where he was losing to Finn. And everyone knows Alfari is much better than Finn. So, you know, like when you're playing bad against Finn, Alfari's brain is fucking fried. Now, Alfari is going to have to figure out how to play a lot differently than just getting a lane lead and not doing anything with it, because he can't expect a jungler to just fully play through him. Now, they're going to have to figure out how they want to play as a team. Who do they want to play through, and which player is going to have to sacrifice on the roster? Because Labrov is not going to be the player to take control of a game and just like shot call all the way in the early game. Like, we know that, you know?
Hey,
So,
Tony.
What's up, Tony? How you doing, man?
You know, if only there was just like a fucking excellent support player without a team right now because they decided to replace him with Mickey X. That could go to any of these teams and be an upgrade, if only.
If only.
Oh, well.
I mean, this is the thing, guys. I think Team Vitality will do a bit better for this upcoming split for the LEC, but I just don't know, because like their bot lane was so bad, guys. Their bot lane was really bad. They had one good series, which was against G2, who ended up winning the entire split and now is currently on a 17-game win streak. That's fucking crazy. But, you know,
yeah, are there any changes for Fnatic coming or no?
There's the rumors that they might be swapping Aloye for what's his name? Razork? But I don't think I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that's purely just a crazy rumor.
I thought it was Aloye for and then they would call up their jungler and like their miner on their miner team or something. I don't know.
The one rumor that I read, it was that they were trying to swap the jungler, so they want to pair up Aloye with Humanoid again because they had previous synergy from Mad Lions, and it would like get rid of Razork. I don't know where Razor would go. Razor would go to like Mad Lions.
If Mad Lions does that, they're fucking on drugs. Holy fuck! Don't. Why you're literally great. You're like top 4. The only reason you didn't make playoffs was because you're fucking mid. Now you got a great mid laner. Why would you do that? and he was your best player. He was your he made like all pro team.
Oh shit! Could you imagine? Dude, if they fucking got rid of Aloye? It's like, are they trying to not be a competitive org ever anymore? Like,
clearly, but you know,
if they get rid of Aloye, I mean, his contract is up at the end of this year, and that's okay. So if he leaves at that point, that's his own decision. But if they actively try to literally trade him, summer split when they're trying to make worlds, oh, I would like, okay, you are clearly not trying to do anything this split. Like, you know, like they could not have stopped Humanoid from leaving because his contract was up. You know, that's because everyone's like, why did Mad Lions keep Humanoid? Guys, his contract was up. You kind of just get to do whatever you want at that point. You either choose to re-sign with the org or you go shop yourself off on the free market and see who's going to take you, you know? That's my thing.
I don't know. Maybe he can go work in like South Africa, you know, in the labor field.
Who's he going to play? What org is in South Africa? It's in South fucking Africa.
No. I mean the labor field.
The Black Panther organization. He's gonna fucking play for in South Africa.
No, he's just gonna keep digging for gold like in Blood Diamond.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Carsey was okay against G2, man. He was Carsey and Labrov played their best series against G2, but I still think Flakkid looked a whole lot better than Carsey throughout most of the split. Carsey was pretty bad that whole split. Like, I can't extrapolate 3 games when there was like a whole entire split. He looked pretty underwhelming, you know? So those are my problems with Vitality. I hope they can fix most of their issues and figure out which style they want to actually play as a team, which player they want to play through. Do you want to take Rift Herald at 10 minutes? Just little things like that you want to work out. I don't think there's any other big news. Let me go and see if they actually have any. Give me a second. Let me see if they actually have any. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that's the last thing for the LCS. Let me see. Just League of Legends, man. I just need League of Legends news. Give me a second. Right here. There was news that hold on, give me a second. Misfits premiere. Something about Misfits, right? What the heck? Oh, this actually happened. Oh, I did not see this. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. I think I just found another piece of news that I just did not get a chance to go by. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ignar is going to be joining.
Is your dad coming back?
I do not think so. Ignar, LOL. Because someone said Ignar was going to be joining Immortals. Let me see.
But this is old news, isn't it?
Did I cover this? I don't think I covered this at all.
I mean, I don't think you like write an article about it or anything, but you covered it.
I think I did. All right, whatever. Let's just get to it. Yeah. Like this might be for Misfits Premiere. Oh, he's gonna play for Misfits Premiere. What the fuck? Oh, that's bullshit. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. He'll play for Misfits Premiere. God damn it. Okay. But yeah, those are the last roster moves. Ignar is going to Immortals, and you have Vizichachi and Xerxes going to Astralis. They're getting back the old fucking Splice lineup. Oh my god, Astralis. What are you doing? Give me a second. Leaguepedia. Because after this, we're going to talk about MSI 2022, and then we're going to head out of here. Okay, guys? Nothing big today.
They just need a fucking...
yes.
Well, hold on. Do they have almost a full one? Let's see. Yeah, they actually do. They just need the mid laner.
They just need Humanoid. They'll complete their fucking trifecta of getting the old Splice roster back. Shit. Let me see.
Yeah, they're gonna... then they're gonna play together in the retirement home.
Oh my god. That would be horrible. Vizichachi playing the way he's been playing. I mean, I guess. I mean, oh Lord, Vizichachi. Oh my darling. What's up with you? Okay.
And I do have to say, why do people keep memeing Cloud9 for that one fucking loss against the Oceanic team? They do realize Cloud9 was basically already out of like MSI. They lost all like motivation. They didn't have their head coach. One of their players was injured, and they drafted the worst comp ever. And yet they're getting memed for that one fucking loss like a year later. And when they beat the Oceanic team still like 2 out of 3 times at MSI that year. But then the EU almost loses to them, and just many other way more embarrassing fucking losses, but they're not being memed on. Like what is this bias?
Well, this is my thing, dude. It's because Cloud9, we'll just for Cloud9, right? Cloud9 beat Pentanet, right? They beat them one. Because you battled 2 times in the Rumble stage, right? They beat them what? One time. Now, Cloud9 should not be ever losing to players that bad. I understand that. But people are acting as if they lost. They were
already like out of MSI.
Here's the thing: they would have potentially had a chance.
They were already out of MSI. One of their players were injured. The draft was shit.
Yeah, they beat RNG, and if they had beat Pentanet, it was a crazy world. It was like less than 10% chance to make it to playoffs. It wasn't possible. But
they were already basically out.
They were basically out. Like they beat RNG, but people were like, yeah, they beat Pentanet. They might make the next stage. It's like no, because like PSG ended up beating Mad Lions, and Damwon ended up winning, so it wasn't gonna happen. But I get what you're saying. Like people are acting as if like Cloud9 went like 0-2 against. But it's like no, Cloud9 handily beat them the first time around. You know, sorry.
Yes, Cloud9 and then they fucking went 3-0 against the other Oceanic team at Worlds. And again, no head coach. One of their players injured. Drafted the worst comp ever. Lost all motivation, and they were basically already out of MSI, so they weren't even trying. Why is that game getting memed on? There were far more embarrassing, right? G2 almost losing in like the first day to that Oceanic team is more embarrassing than that fucking loss Cloud9 suffered last year. These fucking idiots. Holy shit.
People don't remember the old Fangvu Buffalo memes of G2 losing to Fangvu Buffalo? They lost them 4 games. They lost to them twice in the 2018 World Championship group stage when they had Yarnin and Wadid. Then they also lost to them twice at MSI 2019. They lost to them
they lost to the
times.
Turkish team in the 2018 Worlds.
Mm-hmm. They lost to Supermassive a game when they had Yarnin and Wadid. You know, dude,
Well, no, I think it was like Fembar or whatever his name is.
Same thing. People have such horrible, shitty memories. Like, remember when CLG beat Rocks Tigers week 1 of Worlds 2016 when Hui played Aurelian Soul and he went to level 1? And then people were like, "Oh, CLG lost to Rocks Tigers. They didn't make it out of group stage." People are acting as if like they just fucking choked, but they beat Rocks Tigers, who went top 4 at the event. People are acting as if like they're just like shit, you know?
Yeah, whatever. But they don't mention the 1-5 G2 that year. Oh, literally, they've already forgotten about Mad Lions losing and getting eliminated from play-ins. Why isn't that talked about? Oh, but let's talk about that one literally worthless game against Oceania. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Dude, like, I hate games like that. People are like, well, didn't Cloud9 drop a fucking game to Pentanet? Yeah, but they also made top 8 at Worlds. What did Pentanet do? Well, Pentanet was at home beaten off. Pentanet players were at home jerking off.
Yeah, fucking Paboos in the EU League. That's something. I mean, BioPamper still getting his shit. Actually, he did solo kill Broken Blade. You know, in their first game. Why isn't that getting memed? Like, holy fuck.
Dude, there was this one guy who were like, you know what? I'm a TL fan, and I would prefer if TL were at MSI. But didn't TL get destroyed by evil geniuses? What the fuck? You would want Team Liquid at MSI. How badly they were playing toward the end of the split. You are out of your fucking mind. You are out of your... Dude, biases are crazy. Like, I admit, sometimes I get a little biased too, but only people are speaking like just illogical shit, right? But I'm like, hey, if G2 plays bad, they play bad, which we'll talk about just a moment. Because G2 did play bad in the game, and I was disappointed, but they brought it back. And Evil Geniuses, they lost their brains in that game. But it's one of those things where...
Anyway, do we have any other news to cover?
No, the news is done. It's just... Oh, my goodness. I just don't get it with some people. Like, right now, G2 is perfect in the group, right? They're 4-0. Now, if G2 randomly lose to Order, people are like, they lost to Order. It's like, aren't they 4-1 in the group? It's like... I get it. They shouldn't be losing to teams like that. I get it. I understand. You really should never be losing to a team that bad. But it's best of ones. Anything can happen. That's the great thing about upsets, you know? Anything can happen, you know? Like, why don't people meme on the fact that Mad Lions lost to Turkey? Mad Lions lost in a BO5 to Supermassive in 2020. They weren't the first major region to have a team get knocked out before groups. That was the LMS before when they lost Hong Kong Attitude. But Mad Lions,
the LMS. What was it? Hong Kong Attitude or like Rocks? Like
Hong Kong Attitude. They lost
G-Rex or something. I forgot the team, but yeah, they were eliminated from play-ins from the Turkish team.
Yeah, dude, I was sitting here just going like, what the hell is like people in the League community? They just tend to be really toxic. For no reason. Remember, people said, oh my goodness, Jojo Pion's gonna get humbled at MSI. Let the man shit talk. Why are people such fucking pussies, dude? Why are people such fucking pussies, man?
I don't get it. Every player in the world's allowed to meme except for NA players. Like, shut the fuck up. Is literally just shit all over. Unless your name's Double Lift, of course, and you get privileges for some reason. Like, holy fuck. Same thing with this player in my profile picture last year. It's the same thing with Jojo Pion this year. He's obviously just being sarcastic. Calm the fuck down. He knows he's nowhere near Caps' level.
Everyone knew, because people take the trash talk so to heart. It's like, do you go outside and touch grass? You fucking Mountain Dew Dorito eating fuck.
And the Brazilian fans are somehow worse than the EU fans and T1 fans.
Because, guys, I'm not trying to be mean here, because you guys are, I'm generally pretty nice, but it's like, anyone with half a brain would know that he's going to lose to Caps. We all said that. He's going to get destroyed. Why would you think he could beat Caps? Why would anyone think he could beat Caps? Especially how good Caps has bounced back from the LEC 2022 Spring Split playoffs when they were in the losers bracket, right? And then people were like, Danny's going to get absolutely destroyed by Flacket. Yes, because Danny has a horrible laning phase. Danny actually is, I think, a top 4 ADC in the LCS. I think that. But the issue here is Danny can be exploited through his weak laning phase. Flacket showed you that. Now, that's the thing. If you already know that going in, why is that a surprise? If I know that Flacket is better than Danny, I'm not surprised if Flacket beats him because I know Flacket is better. I'm not surprised if Caps beats Jojo Pion because I know Caps is better than Jojo Pion. I don't know why some people take trash talk that to heart. It's like, let the players have some fun. It makes games a lot more spicier when you're allowing the players to just be themselves. People just want to like pigeonhole players into being what they want them to be. You have to just have gentleman's agreement. You sound like a fucking pussy when you talk like that. Oh my God. Can we get some men in this fucking league? Not some fucking little bitches? Oh my God. Jeez. But yeah, guys, I always.
Hey, I mean, can we please just be like peaceful fans like Russia?
Yeah, cool. Okay. That's the thing. It's like people just want the players to be like, oh, can we just all be nice to each other, and just sing kumbayas and shake hands? No, get the fuck out of here. No one thinks this way in real life. Do you think? Because people go like, well, the Korean players are all nice to each other. No, they're not. That's what they want to portray to you because they don't want to portray themselves being like double lift to you. They obviously talk shit. You can't even understand when they're talking shit because they speak a completely different language to you.
Yeah.
You know? People are like,
whatever. I mean, this is why though we don't have any good feuds anymore, really, in League of Legends compared to the past. Because anytime somebody tries to start like a feud just for fun, so just spice things up, unless you have privileges like fucking Double If with his fanboys or whatever, then yeah, they all cry and bitch like this. And then when somebody's actually being toxic for real, then obviously it's not good either. Then it ruins those other feuds that are started for the the spice things up, and this is why we can have nothing good now because fans are just
my thing here is the delusional fans where they're like, no, these Asian players, they're nice, they don't trash talk. First of all, you cannot understand what they're saying. Most of us can't. I'm not being racist. You literally can't understand what they're saying if you don't speak their language. It's very hard to understand.
Fujin, I mean, I do think that like it's they were hyping him up, not like as much as you're saying, but yeah, they were hyping up because yeah, he was like the best performer on EG. Like, why wouldn't you hype up literally the best NA player on your team going in? And I don't get what you mean. The EU casters did it, the Korean casters did it. They're all hyping up players on each team, even the minor region teams, but also because it's probably the most even skill gap him and Flacket out of the players. That and like Vulcan. Maybe actually Target Moss is pretty actually actually no, I wouldn't say so. Target Moss is actually pretty fucking insane. Although Vulcan was like the best support this year in NA.
Now after these G2 versus EG games, Flacket and Target Moss, they're pretty legit. Like I've really enjoyed them. I have enjoyed their growth throughout the split. And that's the thing, like a lot of the casual fans need to stop buying into hype. Okay, hype is one thing. You have to separate hype from actual gameplay. Most people knew going in, if Danny can't beat Flacket, he's probably not going to do very well. I knew going in Flacket's better. I was like, Flacket's going to beat the shit out of this guy. I mean, like, games clearly showed he was better.
I don't know if he beat the shit out of him, but he definitely beat
shit out of him. He clapped him.
No, beating the shit is more something like sneaky.
He did on the Kaisa game. What are you talking about? He did it when he played Kaisa. He basically 1v1 him by himself.
Yeah, well, that was more Danny being stupid, honestly. But I'm being the shit. I would say more for like against Sneaky versus Uzi and those RNG.
Okay, that wasn't a beating. That was Uzi taking a fucking dildo out and fucking Sneaky.
That's beating the shit out. But
and Sneaky probably liked that shit anyway. Let's be honest here. But
what the fuck are you? Dumbass motherfucker. But anyway, remember when people were shit talking Flacken when he was first signed by G2? It's because this is what they do. If any player doesn't win many team accomplishments, has nothing to do with the player's skill, but just they only care about the team accomplishments, like the worthless titles and shit before reaching LEC and other regions, and they think they're bad. They don't actually they just think about team accomplishment, and this is stupid. And I'm glad Flacket, proved how stupid it is. Those haters are eating shit.
Another thing with that too. There's another thing with that too. So a lot of fans tend to be very skeptical about players they don't know. So if it's a player you don't know, you're more than likely not going to probably give him a lot of leeway.
It's dumb. I didn't know Target Moss, and then right when he was signed, I watched all of his games, and I saw he was literally amazing. He'll be like a top 2 support in LEC. And yeah, he did.
It's one of these things where, I think the general audience, if a caster has a player up, just got to factor in, the casters have to do that. They have to promote you, the player. You got to understand that. It's all like it's not even a marketing game. It's just more like you have to understand what
it's like regular sports.
Yeah, you have to understand what is hype in the moment versus what is their actual gameplay. Most people know that Danny and Vulcan have a really bad laning phase together. So it's highly assumable how much Flacket was scaling up, he could destroy Danny in laning phase. And he did. Very, very badly. Like, it was pretty embarrassing looking at that, watching him play Ezreal like that. Holy fuck, that was bad. And Danny has not had a good MSI so far. That's not me being mean to him. I've seen his games. He looks like shit. I'm sorry. He's played pretty bad. He had one good game against Order, but other than that, he's not been that good. Now, honestly, the wildcard bot lanes have not been that bad, dude. The Fengvu Buffalo, Sanyun Buffalo bot lane with Shotgun, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, again,
Red Candid's bot lane is pretty legit.
So good. It's a shame they literally missed the last 3 to 4 international events. They're better than PCS in my opinion. They're better than them.
Would it be a hot take to say that Shotgun is better than Danny? I don't think so.
I mean, I would say I'd say they're about even actually, but
the fact that Shotgun and his support
were going definitely other NA ADCs.
What's the thing? The fact that Shotgun and his support were going toe to toe with Gumayusi and Keria, who's predicted to be like the best bot lane in the world, that's pretty astounding. And they actually have a hard group. Like, they actually have a pretty hard group.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, though, Gumayusi is, he knows how good his team and support is, so he's just been dying, just going it like Jackie Love. He's not been giving a shit.
Dude, I have been very surprised with the bot lanes of this tournament. Red Candid's bot lane looks pretty legit. Denish and Focus Me's bot lane's legit. And the wild, Denish and Focus Me, Red Candid's, Turkey's bot lane is legit. Sanyun Buffalo's bot lane is legit.
Yeah, and then we have Latin America has just been the worst region now for the last 2 years.
I mean, were you actually surprised?
Well, they were good before with not good, but they were better than other teams. Yeah, than Rainbow 7 and Infinite Esports, but they have really dropped off the last 2 years. They definitely
it was between Latin America or Australia. It was going to be the worst. It was in between them.
For a while, Japan and Brazil were the worst for a stretch.
Do you think that BioPanther's a bad top laner?
No,
I don't think he's a bad top laner.
No,
I think decent. I think he'd be a decent upgrade in the LCS if they want to promote that guy ever or offer him something.
I mean, I
wouldn't mind seeing him here, honestly.
I mean, I'll take him over who was Dig getting for their top laner again?
Summit. I'm just kidding.
I don't know, but I mean, he would be okay there. I mean, I don't know if it's his play style was
Fujin. I thought he looked pretty legit. I think he's LCS quality, honestly. He's been to a couple of events.
I'll take him over. What's his name again?
He's better than Revenge. That is true. I mean, it does take a lot to be better than Revenge.
Well, he's better than at least 4 to 5. He's better than Revenge, Huni, Jenkins, and Fake God. And I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but he's better than those guys.
I think he would be a good middle of the pack top laner for LCS teams. I'm not saying he's the best, but you see some potential.
I do feel like he will drop off soon after. I think he's going to be Ruin, who's good for a couple months, but then start dropping off hard with his macro play.
Guys, I've been very surprised with the bot lanes of this tournament. Watching Shotgun and his support beat the shit out of Gumayusi and Kiera for the first.
There were way better Latin American teams to send it. B-Boy and what's TSM support again? What's the name?
Shenny.
Well, no.
Shenny.
Who's it again? Not Shenny.
The other guy? Oh, Mo.
The other one.
Give me the guy's name. For the academy support? Yeah, his name is Mo.
No,
Mia.
Oh, well, Mia. Yeah, Mia. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mia and B-Boy, or yeah, they would have looked way better if that team went to MSI, but they lost in 5 games, and then they both got kicked for whatever reason, even though they're their best players. But yeah, they were way better fucking Latin American teams this end. But whatever, that region has just been regressing, and I don't understand why, because unlike some other minor regions, they've actually have many young players that have been coming up in their system, so I really don't understand why they're regressing, but this much, it's weird, but whatever.
Oh, Warren asked, why isn't GAM Esports at MSI 2022? Okay, so GAM chose to not attend the event so they could go to the Asia Games. I don't know if the Asia Games are going to happen this year in September, because that's supposed to happen before Worlds. That's complications that I cannot get into, but that's the reason why GAM is not at MSI, because yes, GAM won the VCS this past split, but they chose to attend the Asia Games, so that's why they offered it to sign them.
Yeah, because they're not going to win like MSI or anything, so they have something to win to play for there more. Yeah, they could win, but
yeah,
that's still kind of
I agree with you.
Still really weird, but
teams like TSM could buy future.
Yeah, GAM is very. They won the last four splits, but they didn't attend because they couldn't go. It sucks.
Imagine this.
Like Leon was just like fuck this and left.
Imagine this. GAM's won the last
Levi,
four.
I mean,
Levi's won the last 4 splits of the VCS region, right? The VCS's bot lane were taking it to the best bot lane in the world, predicted coming in, right? T1 is like one of the most highly anticipated teams to win this event right now. That's pretty. I mean, they have. And remember, guys, these are upcoming players. These are all essentially new players on this roster. From what the casters have said, it's all just like new players. They all end on new talent, so that's really good. Instable Wildcats. All right, time to start going over some of these groups now, because we have to do our future predictions for the later days. Because by the time we do next week's episode, we'll actually not be able to have an episode where we can talk about the other games, because groups will be over by the end of this week. So when we do a show next week, we'll be into...
So Fujin, no, I think Kumo's better than BioPanther.
Thoughts on Gala? I think Gala's look good. I think both Gala and Ming have looked good, honestly. Give me a second.
Yeah, he's been good.
He's been good, honestly. RG's look pretty solid overall. Oh, Wei is not good. What's his name?
It would just be embarrassing if they won 3 MSIs and no Worlds.
That's hey, they would have the same amount of MSIs that SKT has. No, I'm sorry. RNG would have the same number of MSIs as SKT has Worlds. Sorry, that'd be the correct saying. All right, so right now you have T1 3-0. Day 1, T1 looks shaky against Sanyun Buffalo. Shoutouts to fucking Shogun and Taki for definitely giving it to their bot lane. But T1, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They started making a few mistakes, and then T1 just ran away with it. The fact that fucking owner can get away with playing Vi, he disrespected them and picked Vi. You know what he knew? It's like, okay, our bot lane might be getting fucked. I'll just pick Vi and just run at them in ult. And people call Faker the weak link. Did people watch Faker's game on Ari earlier today? Man, was whooping that ass out there on Ari, calling Faker the weak link. Yes, Faker has had years. Ran it down. 2018, 2019, 2018, he ran it down pretty hard. Actually, 2020, he ran it down pretty hard. Other than those 2 years, he's still top 4 mid laner too in the LCK, which is really crazy. He's not the weak.
Do you think Detonation Focus Me would have been better in RNG's group of getting out over Saigon Buffalo?
Because I think I have to agree with you there. Because this group, I think, would you call me crazy if I predicted Red Candace to get out? Because PSG Talent had a good game against Red Candace.
Again, I think they have a chance. I told you they have a chance, but I'm still gonna go with Wildcats. Barely, but I do think they have a chance. PSG, I'm not predicting, because if PSG wins, it's just going to be straight because of like a bit of luck and just macro and experience. Like, they have regressed hard. The fact that they should not have made it to MSI, pure luck. Like, I'm happy for them, but holy fucking Hanabi is not good anymore.
Okay. So, guys, I think Dead Nation Focus Me has been getting better and better with every international event. They made it to the group stage of Worlds last year where they lost every single game. I think they have a solid team. I'm not too sold on their new mid laner and support because it's always Evi, Steel, and Utapon. That's their trio right there. They've dominated Japan for years, obviously. I think your Dead Nation Focus Me is competing with Sanyun Buffalo to get out of the group because I don't think any team is going to be upsetting T1. T1's gonna just go 6-0. Like, Sanyun Buffalo put up the best shot they can, and it still wasn't good enough.
If they lose, it'll because they're not trying.
Yeah, like...
I will say, though, Detonation Focus Me, out of all the teams in this group, Detonation Focus Me have had, like, a history of kind of coming close against T1 before, like MSI and World, sort of, when they get to play against each other. They've had, like, some close match. Besides the group stage, when they finally made it out, then they just got you know, their shit kicked in by them, but... So if one of these teams were to upset, I would go with Detonation Focus Me. But yeah, I think Sagon Buffalo is going to make it out. I think this was pretty clear. Detonation Focus Me got really unlucky with the draw, but you know.
My thing here is Sangyoon Buffalo put up the best game and they couldn't even beat T1 through their bot lane, dominating their bot lane. What do you do at that point? There's like,
yeah, because they made too many mistakes. You can't make any mistakes against T1, and also there's again their macros. Just like I've never. When was the last time you've seen a team with this good a macro where literally they're just like they can die just 20 times, but then they'll still have a gold lead somehow? Like, this is insane. This is some of the best macro I've ever seen from a team in the world. Yeah, definitely. If you don't have T1 winning this tournament or Worlds, I mean, I'm not saying upsets can't happen, but if you're going into this not predicting them, you're on drugs. You clearly did not watch them this year.
Yeah, but Fujin, I feel so bad for them. Their mid laner was just getting absolutely massacred by Faker, and you can't really hold that against the guy because he's a new rookie. Faker's gonna demolish him. You know, like, I feel so bad, dude. They were destroying them in the bot lane, and I was like, oh my goodness, we're about to see like one of the biggest upsets ever. And then it all came crashing down. Well, as you guys know, RNG.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't understand the Silas pick. Why do teams keep doing that though? They have like a young rookie who's playing up against somebody like Faker, and they put him on a risky champ like fucking Silas out of all champions all the time. Why do teams keep doing that?
Right now in Group B, you have RNG 3-0, and it's pretty much a free fall because Wildcats looked good in one game, but the other two games they got destroyed. Earlier today, they got massacred by PSG Talon. Red Candidates smashed PSG Talon, and then they had that grudge match between Turkey and Brazil with the big rivalry there. But that's not really a rivalry because it's mostly favored in Turkey, but whatever, right? So this is pretty much a free fall. I mean, I could see PSG Talon getting out but Unified and Kaiwing are like their best players, and they're not even playing that good, honestly. You know? That's my thing. Like,
well, Kaiwing's definitely their best player, but I don't.
He's not even playing that good right
again,
now.
if they make it out, there's going to be a lot of luck involved.
If Brazil makes it out of the group stage right here,
they have a chance. I've been telling you, but I'm still going to go with Wildcats. I again, just like last year when Wildcats made it to MSI, I don't think they've been playing like as good as they should have been this roster, and there's been better Turkish teams they could have been sending these last three international events, but I think the experience and the better mechanics will prevail. I do think Red Candice will start making some dumb like 50 IQ plays that will cost them in like a tiebreaker.
Red Candidates? I'm gonna get a Red Candidates icon before MSI's over. Holy shit. Good God. I gotta support Brazil, man. Oh my goodness. There's a hot Brazilian white girl that was really interested in me. She wanted to do nasty things to me.
Yeah, hey, Brazil is a fun league. A fun league to watch. It's too bad their fans are toxic as fuck, though.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys.
Okay, so this is just the Clown Fiesta group. This is just just have like a 5-hour nap group. Wasting my time group. Why is this a thing?
I'll say this.
Just fucking kill me group. This is the group.
NA versus EU. Last year, NA versus EU ended off with Cloud9 beating Rogue. So last year, NA got it at the last international event. And then you got this. EG lost both times to G2. Now, G2 in the second game against EG had a massive
I do think they'll lose once.
So, like, G2 had a massive goal lead against EG in the second game. They threw, and then EG forgot how to play macro and forgot how to actually effectively end the game with Baron to the point where they kept fighting them, and Broken Blade, with great target selection on his Camille, kept grabbing triple kills. They were so shocked they were winning a game. They forgot their brains. They were like, Baron? All lane? What the fuck? We're winning? Because the first game, Jojo Pyong got
no fucking clue like what they were doing, honestly.
That second game,
yeah, I do think they'll lose once against EG because I feel like just G2 is not going to try in one of the games. They're already good. So that's it. Not because of EG doing anything. Yeah, hey, I think Order can, win both games next time. Yeah, I think they'll make it out.
Order's gonna. If you flip the score right now, Order's in first place.
Hey, I mean, how is Corporal? I haven't watched all their games yet. How's Corporal been?
Terrible. That guy stinks, dude. That guy plays.
Really? I watched the first game and he was like one of their better players. Honestly,
I think Bile Panther's their best player because Corporal has been playing like shit.
Well, him and Bile Panther, and then again, Oceanic. Their one good thing is ADCs, both them, and just many fucking hold on, who was it again? It was Oceanic and Turkey. Honestly, their ADCs are just fucking killer.
Give me a second.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna bring up the
Puma's been good as well. But
I'm gonna bring up the G2 versus EG game right now, so I'll show you guys something. Because the first game against G2 had that nice Anivia pick that they brought up with Caps. That was pretty cool. I like seeing draft adaptation like that. That's what I like to see, And in the second game against G2 versus EG, let me definitely get that right here. The game essentially was in G2's favor until they threw at Baron. It was all them, The game was theirs. The game was legitimately theirs. So we'll watch this game, guys. We're going to play this game for you. Let's fucking go. Do I think EG have a shot at beating G2? I mean, maybe. They might win a game. But imagine this. G2 would be 3-1 against our top seed. That'd be crazy. But you guys know me. I'm rooting for G2 and RNG for the tournament, so I don't give a fuck. It was nice seeing G2 just beat the shit out of fucking EG in their first game. That was so beautiful to see. Mwah. Just thank you. Thank you for that. This was the Anivia game, so that's definitely the wrong game. Sorry about that. I was supposed to bring up the fucking other game where Broken Blade was on Camille, actually. Yep, this game right here. Give me a second. So, Mr. Cole, what did you think about G2's amazing throw against EG, only to have EG's brains fall off? Holy shit.
I didn't expect anything different, honestly, from EG heading into this.
So,
especially again, do people keep forgetting that Vulcan at like every international event actually played bad, even on Clutch Gaming? It's like, yeah, he's good regionally. He was like the best support this year regionally since Core JJ didn't play enough for me to confidently rank him first. But I mean, he's every international event, this guy just shits the bed.
Also,
I'm of course on his fucking signature Recon int pick.
So what I've noticed at this MSI is that we've gotten Pyke back in the meta. We've gotten Lucian. We've gotten Galio back at mid. I think the Galio pick has been very good for a player like Caps who just wants to roam around the map and just impact the game. Now, in this game, G2 was just, annihilating them is just an understatement. Completely gapping all of them. That was horrifying to see, Bot lane, you had Targamas making an easy pick onto Danny with the Bone Spear. That gave bot lane a huge lead for a bit. Then later on during the game, G2 ended up throwing at Baron, and EG started pushing out the lanes, started taking control of the map. But what they should have did to actually end the game was that they should have actually tried to not just all in mid consistently. They should have just tried to honestly, split push. They have a Gwen. So you can constantly just split push on the Gwen, take towers. Zoe can poke, Ezreal can poke, Jarvan can all in if you layer the CC properly. But then they weren't able to secure their back line. So you had Broken Blade just going in there using his Hex Tech ultimatum to just separate them and completely destroy Danny. Because Danny, even at this part of the game, Danny is still 0-5. Danny was pretty much completely useless. He had like 2 items by 30 minutes, while Flacket had like almost his 4th item about to get done, So I think Danny hasn't had the MSI that a lot of people thought he was going to have, and that's to be expected when you have Jojo, Peon, and Danny being at their first international event. And this would be Inspired and Vulcan have been at 3 international events. Impact's been to a lot of them. Like a lot of people have to understand there's a reason why Impact and Inspired are playing the best in the team. There's a reason why they have these 2 players specifically. A lot of people thought the only reason why EG won NA was because of the NA players. You are fucking retarded if you believe that. They won because of Impact and Expired being veterans and actually good players on the team. I'm not saying Jojo, Peon, and Danny played bad, but a lot of people are just vastly underrating what Impact and Inspired actually bring to the table. Yeah, and it's also Targus and Flacket's first international event too, and that's really good to see that their first international event, they're not scared, they're not hesitant on making plays. It's different with each player. Not every player is going to play good at their first international event, or some players just scale up. Each player is different, But I did like to see Danny and Vulcan playing a bit better. They played okay against Order, but I don't know if that really counts, honestly. But for this game, they look at what they're doing on the map right here. Impact's TP is up right here. Impact's TP is up. He could TP to the wave down there and keep pushing right here. You have all of these many waves on the map. How are they not ending the game? Or you simply just take the inhibs and just rotate out of the map right there. Rotate out of the base. So right here, I don't know why they kept trying to force right here. Trying to force right here is just not going to work. There's nothing else to achieve here unless you want to go for the 3rd inhib, which I think by my mom moniker, my screen is already down. I don't know why Inspired forced right there. There was no need to force right there. All you have to do is just back away. You have 3 inhibs down. Just reset the map. They can't leave the base. If they leave the base, they're going to lose the game. What are you doing? Why are you trying to force like that? That makes no sense. Right there, Impact used his TP to get back in to the fight. I think he should have just TP to the base to obviously threaten the map more, but that's just me personally. Fuck Warren, bastard. Hello? And then obviously EG take Baron once again.
Sir, can you hear me?
No, you're good. It was just Warren. What's up, Warren? How you doing, man? How's your day, dude?
No, I think they should get off of Baron here.
Like my thing with EG in this game, it was more like
why did they take Baron, man? That's not how you win the game.
Like, why are they not playing for their side lanes more? They have a Gwen. Play for your side lane more. They just kept trying to all in on mid. It's like you don't have to do that.
Are you on coke? Gwen is a 5v5 champ.
I mean, you have him obviously push mid, threaten to obviously get the other inhib, then you have him come up and help you fight. Because they were not good at 5v5s, as shown right here. They were not good at 5v5s.
Good job, Vulcan. What a great international player, Vulcan.
Good job. Yeah. Good job, Vulcan. Good job, Danny. Danny was over here.
Dived right in there. It was like a fucking suicide leap off a building in Israel.
Broken Blade played these team fights absolutely beautiful. He picked up 6 kills in 2 back-to-back team fights. Danny was 1-6.
What are they doing? Just fucking hell, what?
You spread the map a bit more. Just have one of your carries threaten to end the game.
Soul. Good job, guys.
Warren, you haven't said anything. What's up, man?
We don't need Soul. It's fine. Soul's useless. It's just an Inferno Soul.
Sorry, I just like underneath the weather, so.
Oh shit! Hope you feel better, man.
I saw some of these games. It's the reason why I gave up on America. So. That's all I gotta say. Sorry. Like, how do you lose to a Galio? Like, they have enough damage, but yet they're losing. That doesn't make sense.
They're just not able to be in this kind of situation with rookie players like this. It's just how it works. Like when you're in a situation like this with rookie players, they just start choking. Like they were so surprised they were actually head against G2. They forgot how to actually end a game with 2 Barons and 3 hits down at one point. If that's not choking. You're just trash.
Did Jojo Pion hit a single fucking shot with Zoe? I want to know.
As many shots as I hit with women when I try to go out with them.
Well, this isn't good for G2.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, he hit as many shots with Zoe as as MSK did with women. That makes a lot of sense. None.
Like outside of this game, this almost throw from G2, they have been pretty good throughout the event so far because they won their
They haven't been challenged.
I mean, yeah.
This is why I didn't even want to watch this MSI.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
You're
sorry
fine,
to get not emotional.
Who's watching Group C? That's the most useless group ever. We knew this result would play out for all 3.
I watch it for entertainment.
Yeah, like you do with Twitter. I don't want cancer from all the Twitter replies from the Schneider fans, but you'd still do it because for entertainment. Oh yeah, by the way, Schneider fans rigged the Twitter voting. Yeah, and wow, and 90% of them apparently have just been reported to be bot accounts. In other news, water is wet.
Well, I just don't like MSI anymore.
Yes.
MSI is stupid.
So you want Rift Rivals again?
No. I want slavery to come back.
Oh, okay. That doesn't work.
Slavery did a lot for humanity last time in the doing work like that,
Oh Lord, you guys are crazy. All right,
but they were able to invent a lot of stuff, accomplish all this stuff. Do you disagree, MSK?
I like MSI. It's just, when you have groups like that, it's just either add another team from another major region or just make bigger groups then. You know what I mean? That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's like, okay, CIS could make it. Have like a
EU second seed join Group C or some shit. I don't know. Like just something like that.
The team that won Worlds gets to bring a second team to MSI.
Oh, that's probably unfair, but I see your point. Yeah, Like my thing here,
which would be top esports.
Which would be top, right?
Yeah,
because China won. Yeah. So
yeah,
top esports would go. That'd be pretty exciting, honestly.
Because G2 isn't getting challenged, so like, you think Owner, Faker, Guma UC, Carrier, you think they're gonna let this shit slide?
Caps is gonna clap Faker. Watch out, man.
Caps is gonna get raped by Faker.
Yeah, Caps is gonna fucking retire after playing against him.
Watch Caps beat that guy's ass, and I'm gonna watch you guys cry to me after we talk.
Okay, no, Caps is gonna get his ass kicked so hard he's gonna get put into slavery. How about that?
Wait, what day of MSI are we on? We'll be on day 4 tonight, right?
Day 4.
Yeah, we're gonna be on day 4. So we have group
2 only.
Yeah, we have groups.
Well, that is a true fact, though, Fujin. Yeah, it is also there first.
Oh, okay. So, guys, right now, moving into the groups for days 4 through 6, it's going to be the own individual group playing. You know how it's always just like mixed up for the first 3 days? Tonight, it's going to start with RNG's group to see who makes it to the Rumble stage. Then after RNG's group's turn, it's G2's group. Then after that, it's T1's group. Then after that, after these next 3 days, you get the Rumble stage, which will start about 6. It'll start about 5 days after the last day of groups for this right now. So, who do you guys think make it out? Who makes it to the Rumble stage? Who gets to Rumble stage?
Saigon, Buffalo, and Detonation Focus Me. What? I'm serious.
Oh my goodness. All right. I think RNG and Red Candidates G2, EG, T1, and Saigon Buffalo get to the Rumble stage. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Well, we'll probably end up predicting. Yeah, we got to predict all the games, I think, because we're not going to be here until next week. And next week is when we're going to
fuck it. I'll go Red Candids. You know, it's probably going to be Wildcats, but fuck it. Red Candids. Let's go.
Oh,
I mean, if PSG makes it out, I'll be so disappointed. They deserve shit.
God. All right, guys, give me a second. I hope you're okay, Warren. I hope you don't have that Chinese stuff infecting you.
The ching chong, the bing bong, the ling long, the ding dong, the sings long.
Do you know you're going to hell when you're dead?
A king gong.
Okay, so groups day 4. How about I just predict the games for everyone?
Wait, hold on. Where's the LCL team?
They're running from Putin right now. So I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, right. Ukraine set a war on them.
Red Candidates are making it. Red Candidates are making it out to the Rumble stage.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna go Red Candidates, RNG, Wildcats, RNG, Red Candidates, and let's go PSG.
All right. I'm going Red Candidates, RNG, Wildcats, RNG, Red Candidates, and RNG. And Warren, he doesn't care about
anything. I want to upset at the end.
PSG.
Oh, fuck you.
I think RNG's gonna drop a game. So
who are they dropping a game to?
So I'll say RNG this one. PSG. RNG. Istanbul. PSG.
Well, guys, I'm pretty sure we're all gonna be dead by the end of tonight. Let's be honest here. G2 and EG are making it out, right? Now, my question here is, will EG beat G2? Actually,
yes. They're not that stupid.
What if they lose to G2 4 times? If they lose to...
they have to. EG just gets out if they beat G2 once and they win all their order games.
Give me a second. What'd you say? What happened?
If EG can just win all, if EG just has to win one G2 game and one order game, and they're in, because that would mean that order is automatically eliminated.
Yeah. So my thing here is, if G2 smash EG 2 more games, I'm happy. And I'm pretty sure T1 is getting out of this group. If they don't, that would be the most insane upset.
All right, here I'll say first game of day 5. I'll say EG as an upset, just because I feel like G2's not gonna get to a point where they don't really give much of a shit anymore. Outside of that, though, yeah, the rest of the predictions on day 5 are pretty obvious. I don't even need to say them.
You mean order? EG.
Yeah, order. Yeah.
Order.
Oh, imagine if order wins. If order makes it out of this group, I'll get like an order tattoo on my back, like a giant size is on my back of their logo there.
I hope not. That means the world is not on its axis, or that means I might be getting late tonight if order actually makes it out of the group. That's crazy. I want to say Danish and Focus Me makes it out of the group, but I think Saigon Buffalo is just I don't know. They're both pretty evenly matched. I'll say Danish and Focus Me makes it to the Rumble stage because they're a bit more experienced than Saigon Buffalo. So I'll say Danish and Focus Me and T1 get out. There's no need to predict the games because T1's going to win all their games anyway. For G2 and EG, I think EG will win at least one game, but I think G2's clapping that ass 3-1 because, obviously fuck EG, right? Okay. So So that pretty much concludes with that. Well,
let me see. Yeah, Sagon Buffalo. Hey, why did you close it, bitch?
I hate you so much.
You stupid ass motherfucker. I was doing my predictions.
I was talking to a girl.
Fuck you. Anyway, listen, again, unfortunate for DFM that they have to face Buffalo, but again, Vietnam, honestly, I would say is actually probably the best minor region in the game, but we would have to see more of. But yeah, they're just so underrated. But anyway, yeah, Saigon Buffalo, T1, I'll go DFM, T1, and then I'll go with the one upset Ace. This is the one game they're gonna win.
They're gonna win against
garbage,
T1.
and then yeah, and then no, I said against DFM, dumbass, and then T1. So DFM would like tie it up there, kind of, but then they would shit the bed against A's and fuck themselves up. That's how it goes.
Give me a second. Oh shit! I think someone just sent me a link. Okay, I actually have to head out, guys, right now. But no, we had a great show tonight. It's nice having Warren here. Hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better.
Yeah,
next week, guys, it'll be the Rumble stage. So that's what we got our predictions out today. Yeah, G2's beating that ass. So, hey, I'm rooting for G2 and RNG to win the event. So I hope one of them wins, honestly. I mean, RNG is probably going to make the finals. Just if RNG win this MSI.
Again, I like T1, obviously. I'm a fan of them in the LCK, but if they don't, anytime they don't win international events, I'm also obviously as a T1 fan, I want them to, but on the other hand, I'm also kind of happy because their fucking fans and ownership, those cocksucker, fucking toxic, miserable people don't deserve it. So either way, I'm happy if they lose or don't because of that.
Well, guys, that's it. See you guys next week. If you guys want to see me on my main YouTube channel, links will be down below, obviously. This is crazy. We're almost done with season 3. That's fucking crazy. Because when we get to episode 13, we'll have 10 more episodes left until season 3 is over. So, yeah, we'll be having coverage of MSI 2022. I enjoy watching the games. It's just kind of fun watching these minor regions just fight each other because you don't really know what you're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch the minor regions throughout the years.
Oh, it was just so bad watching Orders mid laner pick Zed and watch Caps just clap that guy. That was bad. That is bad to see.
Mean, let's go Zen support.
Yeah, I mean, again, there were a lot of interesting storylines that have been happening, like Brazil.
Bro, what's interesting? I mean, not to be facetious to you. This MSI is garbage. It's garbage.
Yeah, it is garbage. It is.
It's like watching Paramount Plus.
Actually true, but
Paramount Plus is firewall.
But yeah, MSI is like 1/5 or 1/4 of the Wharf of Worlds. So hey, if RNG wins like MSI 4 or 5 times, then hey, maybe it will mean something. Then maybe, and they'll still have no Worlds win because they're a bunch of chokers.
Paul said Superman and Lois will be canceled after the Flash. Superman and Lois is not getting canceled. They just renewed it for fucking third season.
Superman and Lois, that's the one and only thing CW has done that actually is good.
Stargirl's
literally everything else.
Well, he might not be wrong because remember,
I haven't seen Stargirl.
Remember with HBO Max, they want all their DC properties on one platform.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh shit! I haven't got a chance to talk to you about Moon Knight. Did you like the Moon Knight finale?
Not really.
That shit was trash, dude.
It was okay.
That shit was garbage, man.
It was terrible. And also the Moon Knight stuff was the one show that people who I know who don't like comic book stuff at all was actually kind of excited for. And they don't have Disney Plus; they have HBO Max. And then they decided, now we're not putting it on HBO Max, so that pissed off all of them. They're like, "Oh, now I'm not even watching it."
I think if Disney can pull off what they did with Multiverse of Madness in regards to violence, then shows like Moon Knight and Blade might have a chance. But Moon Knight was disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, guys,
I don't know.
see you
The
later.
finale was just terrible, though. Holy fuck!
Guys,
What was wrong with them?
Oh yeah, see you guys next week. I don't think I'm watching any movies in my movie theater next week, so we'll probably have the episode on Thursday again.
There's nothing really releasing. It's
Yeah,
like next week, them stuff might release.
If I have a movie to watch, then we'll probably have the episode on Wednesday. But unless I have something to watch, then we'll just have the episodes Thursday. So usually the episodes are on Wednesday or Thursday. That's why I have it on the About page.
There's nothing releasing this week or really next week.
Because, dude, Peacock,
Yeah.
Peacock, oh my god. Fucking Firestarter is going to be on Peacock, so I can watch it digital tomorrow anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Or later tonight, I can watch it digital, so it doesn't matter to me. All right, guys.
Well, actually, okay, the finale of it was shit, though, Warren, but did you like the one suit Layla had? A lot of people are saying it was literally better than Wonder Woman's in 84.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was.
All right, guys.
Anyway, see you.
I'm the Nightwing, and I'm signing out, guys. Peace.